Hi there, and welcome again to the Explaining History YouTube channel. And this one I wanted to do for my students and for kind of all, I guess, everyone's students really, because there have just been at my school mock exams for the year 11 for people who are going to be sitting their GCSEs in the summer. And I've written copious amounts of feedback to my students, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you'll have had copious amounts of feedback from your teachers. So what do we do with it? Well, feedback in itself can present us with a danger, because what we can do is we can over-personalise it. Now, you need to understand kind of how and what your teacher's trying to say to you. I'm not speaking to my students directly here because they already know what I'm saying to them. But you need to understand why your teacher is communicating with you in the way that they are, right? It's really easy when we get negative feedback, or shall we say constructive criticism, to over-personalise it, for us to start to catastrophize that teacher doesn't like or respect me, or this means that I'm no good, or I'm foolish, or I'm terrible at this subject, and therefore at all subjects. And so very quickly we start from this centre ground of kind of sensible debate, start to move in this direction as we catastrophize until all of a sudden we've reached this point of helplessness and powerlessness, and we feel stressed and anxious and miserable and unhappy. And your teacher hasn't intended for any of that to happen. They haven't intended for any of that to occur. Instead, what your teacher is trying to do is to help you be better at what you do. That's their sole task. It's what they're employed for. Every piece of information that they've written on that page is there to help you be a better history student. I'll tell you a story of mine. I wrote a couple of history textbooks a couple of years ago, and they were it was the first time I'd done it, and they came back from an eminent professor of history, full of red ink. And for a moment, I'll be honest with you, my pride, my ego, my some negative stuff there took hold of me, until I realised that the whole purpose of that feedback was to help me be better at what I do, was to help me be the best textbook writer I could be. And your teacher is, or hopefully is, never ever working against your interests, ever. They're not meant to. They can't. Their career relies on you doing well. And so they're taking you on a set of stepping stones towards greater levels of skill and knowledge. Sometimes maybe the feedback's not that helpful. They didn't maybe say enough. Maybe they could actually do with saying more to you. And at that point you can go and ask for more. But the feedback you have is never meant to hurt you, even though it can leave us sometimes feeling unconfident and miserable. At that point, you need to detach from that personalization to be able to go, right, this is not about me. This is not about me. This is about me and the teacher working together to get that goal we both want. A good grade for me, and good career prospects for my teacher, because your grades decide their future. Okay? So don't catastrophize. Don't personalize. It ain't meant that way. It's all about helping you, because at the end of the day, you, the student, are the one that matters. Okay, more thoughts coming soon.